Okay. Let's go ahead and set something. Set that up there. I think we're good. Get out of the parking lot here and I'll tell you what's up. All right, so how's it going, everybody? Welcome back, I suppose. Fixed it a little bit. Yeah. Hopefully the audio sounds all right. Apologize if it doesn't, but nothing really much I can do about it. So, what's up, Jacob? How's it going? So, I did a little bit of research last night. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. But after watching Plunderer, at least the half of Plunderer that I did see. What's up, Fanta? Watching the half of Plunderer that I did see, and then watching everybody's reaction to it. Well, watching how others thought that I would react to it. I think maybe the better word for it. It kind of perplexes me, just a little bit. So I guess. What's up, JD? Hey, long time no see, JD. How's it going? You should join Discord and message me. So I guess some people thought that I was gonna rip it to shreds, and I mean, there are some things that I could, and certainly when I'm done with the actual show, I might go back, rewatch it, and kind of pick it apart a little bit. Excuse me while I get in the traffic. So I went online. I looked at some of the reviews of people talking about Plunderer and how it's not predictable. The ecchi is annoying. The numbers thing doesn't make sense. The helicopter thing doesn't make sense. It was out of nowhere. And I'm actually more surprised that nobody called Nana on her bullshit. Because whatever the hell she did, just, hey, let's go ahead and hit the restart button on this thing and see where that goes. No, nobody online wants to bother about that. So I got to thinking, like, man, this is like SAO Part 2. Sort of. Because I don't understand why people hate it. So I'm gonna break down a little bit of what I saw, what I think a little bit more. And I got an hour and a half before I get to work, so might as well do it on the road. Real quick, can you guys message me? Is the volume all right? Is everything coming in clear? Fanta, sound off. Need your help, buddy. Medicalist says I dropped it. Dude, he says you're fine. dropped after episode 4. Stuff with Lynn was too much. It was too annoying. I think that with this show in particular, having those moments of levity really does good for the series. Honestly, it's a laugh. We can humanize all the characters. Ligs, likes, no good at German, sorry. Light's a pervert. That's kind of what he is. It just makes sense that's what he does. So I don't know. But that little side tangent, Lynn on her own is, I don't want to say like the butt monkey, but she kind of is. She's the butt of every joke, sort of. But she also allows Hana and Light it makes it more obvious to the audience that Nana and Light are kind of a thing. This is what I see. When you have that in other animes, it's kind of like, I don't really say Origairu, but there's obviously going to be a best girl and, let's say, student council president. Iroha, I think her name was. I think her name was that. But she kind of makes it obvious to at least Hachiman, or at least to the audience, that Hachiman has a thing for both Yui and Yukino. So I think having Hana there is like it's kind of meaningful. It's kind of necessary. It's all right. Nana being there. I assume it's a very old friend of Light's. Because obviously, to where I'm at, we see that she does have her own star. She's her own ace. I really need to put my camera up. I don't like it looking up at me. Get too much of a glare in the eyes. So I don't know, like, could they have done less ecchi? Yeah, sure. That's fine. But I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think it's any reason to hate a series. And if you find it annoying, that's up to you. But I kind of suggest at least giving it a try. Lynn is not as major of a character. She's obviously there. How's that noise? But she's not always there. It's mostly about Hana. Lynn's just kind of a sidekick. And also to more or less humanize the military that's there. I mean, this kind of might get into more of a discussion about military life in general, but sometimes people forget that the military are human. Some people, and I know a lot, I know there are people like this that think that the military are just grown-bred killers, psychopaths, and the only thing that they want to do is shoot their guns and enforce order and stuff like that. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you, medical. I just want to point out that the ecchi's a joke. It's a lowbrow joke. It's a lowbrow humor, and it's fine. I made a laugh out of it. Is it realistic? No, obviously not. I don't think that should take away from what the series does. What the series does is weave a very good story, make a very, very powerful world, really. I say powerful in terms of I don't know. But there's a deep yeah, I mean, the author of the manga is the same people who gave us Heaven's Lost Property. So, I mean, ecchi's there. I mean, it's going to be there. But the actual world has a backstory that you don't get to see a lot in fantasy. Maybe not you don't get to see a lot. I mean, they really explore the history of the world. So much so that they're going back in time to explain it even further. I don't know how well that's gonna go because I've only gotten to episode 12. But I don't know, I feel like people thought it would. I think some people are more annoyed at the ecchi whiplash than anything else. And I think that bothers me. I saw some people in the reviews talk about the helicopter, talk about some other things, but I didn't see anything further than that, which kind of made me think that not a whole lot of people actually finished the series. Either that, or they're trying to avoid really big spoilers, which could be a possibility. However, if you hate a series, I'm not sure I'd hold back on any. I wouldn't hold back on anything. I definitely wouldn't hold back on the spoilers. So I don't know how much I agree with that. But it's so there were a few things that were kind of really off, but it goes back to that kind of comedy stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, you're talking about a world that is coming out of a major major collapse and is going through, I'm assuming, military reform, military enforced reform. I mean, they talk about you can't learn to fly, you can't do certain things. Only the military has the authority to enact star stakes. Only an ace can enact a star stake at the cost of all their stars. At least that's as far as I know. So, I mean, all that kind of stuff, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. So why is everybody saying it's confusing? The only thing that bothers me about the star thing, or the only thing that bothers me about the numbers, the counts and the numbers, is probably the one part where Light's number goes crazy. I haven't seen anybody else do it. It's kind of referenced here and there that there's obviously something more going on. He's obviously hiding his actual level, stuff like that. But in the fight with that one girl, she should have the same ability. Because she also is a star holder. She's also an ace. So she should be able to take her level completely off the charts. So that's probably the only real irk that I have. But in this world, aces are meant to be the anomaly, the major enforcers, the major trump cards and stuff like that. Like, they would probably be the people that you call when a ballot holder goes rogue. Obviously, what do you do when an ace goes rogue? Well, you have to deal with another ace. I mean, that makes sense. So I don't see why people are confused by it. The helicopter thing came out of left field, certainly, but it was alluded to. The fact that people aren't allowed to fly, and when Light didn't destroy it, it wasn't shown, but I think he saw that pilot girl in the cockpit. But that's an assumption that's speculation on my part. I'm not sure. I haven't watched that far ahead yet. But it was all, as far as I can see, it all kind of makes sense. Nana's ability is definitely the biggest oddball. But again, she's an ace, so it's kind of out there. Okay, I mean, the actual point in the series, or remember, yeah. So was that it? All right, Medical, have a good one. So most stuff is we haven't seen yet, or my assumption, which is turning a lot of people off. So I don't know TKS, because I haven't watched all the way through yet. But I can definitely, I guess I can definitely see why people might just, there's too many plot twists in there, it's too confusing, I don't want to bother trying to make sense of it. But I don't know. I really don't, because it doesn't take me that much brain power to make sense of it. I mean, I'm not sitting there. Firing on all cylinders just to make sense of it all. I mean, it all kind of makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of why I'm confused. I think the ecchi thing really threw people off. I think a lot of stuff threw people off, and they're like, "Nah, fuck this series. I don't want to deal with it." Problem is, it feels like a B-roll anime, so people don't care much to begin with. And while you can make sense of it, you don't know whether that is the full explanation. Well, yeah. I don't want to make too many assumptions or too many speculations, because I don't want to. I want this to be somewhat meaningful discussion. But if you're throwing away the series episode 4, I sort of see it. But I was sold on the first 2 episodes. The 3rd episode, yeah, dude in a pudding costume. Yeah, that really throws me off. But if it continued as we started, and it did, at the end of episode 4, we got a very epic fight. And it kind of continues like that. I believe the next episode. I forgot what episode 5 was, but I guess the next big thing was the pilot girl, and that very dark and dramatic, tear-jerking moment. I don't know. I just feel like it's not getting a fair critique, because it's just being thrown away as a B-roll. But I don't think it's a B-roll. I honestly think it's really rather a gem. I mean, it's crazy, but the craziness makes sense, at least to me. Like I said, the only real bit of oddity to it would probably be Nana, but she's a big busty plot girl, so She obviously has to be the center of the plot. And I knew that she was strange from the get-go. She got people to just she really got people to do whatever the hell she wanted. It was strange. I saw it. So, I don't know, it's odd. Anyway, I kind of just want to throw my thoughts out there. If you look at storytelling principles, beginning has tons of flaws. Pacing, setup, explanation, presentations, and afterwards show has an uphill battle. Think about Attack on Titan. But they never introduced the Titan or the walls. In an episode, there are Titans out of nowhere. See, I don't think anything really came out of nowhere except for Nana. Everything was sort of alluded to. Everything was I mean, I'm already of the opinion that light is ledge purpose. Okay? I mean, he's breaking people's hearts on purpose for whatever reason. Obviously, the reason hasn't been said yet, but that is made apparent to the audience. The abilities that Light has were shown off very early, so you kind of got to grasp his power. I mean, yeah, there might be some asspolery, there might be just, here's this crazy thing that happened. But sort of explained. Like Super Saiyan 3. It's sort of explained. I don't know. Maybe I didn't make much sense. I kind of just wanted to ramble about it, and it just wasn't defined enough. And alright is a new 1-star. Okay. Like I said, I haven't finished the series yet. I kind of just want to throw my thoughts on there so I don't forget them. Kind of have a discussion about it. I feel like I don't know if I want to say that. Yeah, I think it does Magnamon. I mean, I don't think it's the greatest ever. I don't think SAO is the greatest ever. There's obviously better shows. I think, to my knowledge, just come said. All right. I think as far as the ones I've watched, I think I've liked Suga Suga overall the best. And I still have a problem with that because it did a stupid immediate res. Which I have told others who watch the show, don't watch the first episode. And they love it. The immediate res was useless. Anyway. I love Origaru. I still find issues with that a little bit. Everything's gonna have its issues. So I don't know. But I feel like it's kind of like SAO all over again. I almost feel like I'm on the opposite side of the Steins Gate argument, trying to defend a series that gets progressively deeper as you go. It just has some moments that throw you off. I didn't particularly like Steins Gate because I didn't think that the characters were very interesting. I didn't really like the flamboyant scientist dude. Kind of annoyed me. So I don't know. Yeah, the endless problems. I don't know. Well, I'm obviously loving the show. And when I'm done with it, I'll end up picking it apart in the review. So I have bigger plans for the review. I just kind of got to make a costume to it. I think SAO is different at the beginning, made people want to love it before it became all right. People hated the show for it. Yeah, and it was that weird transition to being about SAO to being about gamers. I think that was a problem with SAO, and I think that people should learn to kind of deal with plot twists. Like it's. I at the same time, I've always thought SAO was more of a drama action than straight up action. It's shown in aspects. Sure, Kirito is always going to come out on top, but I've only known of one series that kills off its main character. I've only known of one series that kills off his main character. That was Gurren Lagann. And it was a huge plot twist. An amazing one, too. I loved it. As fans, people who don't like SAO think that they are grasping for straws on keeping the series going. And yeah, possibly. I mean, you want to continue writing a story, you got to find something to do, right? I don't think I would fault the. That was something I ran over. End up with an action romance comedy with harem elements. Never actually harem. Yeah, I can see that. I don't know. I'm almost willing to watch Science Game. Just see what the difference is. Where is the actual problem? Where do I not like this series? Because with Plunderer, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing why people don't like it. People should enjoy the plot twists. People should enjoy the levity. The lowbrow humor. Sure, lowbrow, but I mean, it's still going to give me a laugh. So, I don't know. I really didn't like because I think with Plunderer, it's more that it's all right series, but we have tons of that. It's oversaturated. Plunderers 10, 15 years ago would have gotten better ratings. The series plot was written by a web novel, so the author likely thought that constantly change the story up to keep people interested, since the story wasn't formally published at the time. Interesting. But I mean, plot twists really shouldn't. They really should be praised, I think. I love plot twists. You have such a deep thought out world is something I think should be praised. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'll leave it there. I think I've kind of said my gripes, kind of said what I had to talk about. I mean, it's definitely not easy reading chat and driving. Probably shouldn't be reading chat and driving. Tons of great ideas and not a great world. It's not a complete world, I would say. Well, I did this because I have tons of time driving to and from work. I drive for almost an hour and a half to work, so I wanted to get my thoughts out before I forgot them, so I can look back when I do the review and see where my mind was back here in episode 12, when I just finished episode 12, and next week when I finish episode 24, you can see where I'm at then. But as it stands now, I feel like it's an underrated show. I think people are sleeping on it because of weird reasons, like the plot twists, the ecchi is too much, and I'm not sure if it's really deserving of that. So I know I miss some of your chats. I apologize. Driving. But I will definitely go back and I will look through the chats when I actually stop. So thank you all so much for coming by. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to see, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. If you're on desktop, I do believe we still have the applause feature. Yay! Give us $2. We give YouTube one of them. If you want to support the channel, I believe that's still beta. It's still not on mobile. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for dropping by. Thank you all so much for listening to me rant. And if you want to see more of them, let me know, because I kind of enjoy doing this. I think that I have a lot more thoughts in my head about other series that I'd really like to get out there. Just kind of need topics to run with. I don't hate manuals. I don't hate manuals, but they are annoying to drive and stop and go traffic. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. As always, see you next time.